Yes, my viewers and subscribers, welcome back to another video. So I was so busy yesterday, I did not get a chance to talk to you guys a little bit about what Captain Nicholas Pooran had to say when, he was asked about the Shimron Hetmyer situation. By now, I am assuming that most persons or most people that follow in West Indies cricket would be aware that Shimron Hetmyer will no longer be a part of that squad to, that will be taking part in the T20 World Cup. Nicholas Pooran had a little say on the matter, so we're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to take a look at a game that was played yesterday between India and South Africa. T20 game. Very, very good game, my peeps. South Africa getting a surprising 200 and odd runs. One player got a century, so we're going to zoom in on that. The T20 World Cup is just around the corner, and all of these teams will be involved in the World Cup, my peeps. So it's very interesting, to take a look at all of these teams to see what they are up to. It's not like West Indies is the only team that will be playing in the World Cup. So we need to zoom in and see what is going on, my viewers and subscribers. So make sure you watch the video until the end. If you have not yet subscribed, I am letting you know you need to subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 11K subscribers, and we will only be able to get there if you guys subscribe. We are looking to get over 11, 12K coming out of the World Cup. You understand? This time we'll be engaging a lot of fans because it's the World Cup, so make sure you subscribe. Don't just come on and watch the content and leave. Subscribe, man. Alright, so let's get into it, my peeps. So as I said, Shimron Hetmyer made the decision not to take his flight, right? Whatever the situation is, whatever the personal reason, whatever the personal reason is, or whatever reasons there are out there, we are not sure. I am not going to speculate. I see quite a few what I would call, I don't want to say, I see quite a few persons posting stuff on the internet about why is it that he missed his flight. I won't go down into those because those are just hearsay. But whatever the reason is, I am hoping that, it is something that, he definitely could not have avoided. We don't know what a man is going through. We don't know what a man's family is going through and all of that. So the situation is this. He did not make his flight, and he's not a part of the squad, right? This is my thing. He made the decision not to go, not to take the flight. Therefore, he was dropped from the squad. And for those who don't understand it, he was dropped from the squad because if his name was not removed, it simply means he would have still been a part of the squad, even though he was not there. So for those who are trying to say that he was not dropped, he decided not to win. It's two parts to it. He decided not to go, and then he was dropped from the squad, right? Because if he was not dropped from the squad, he would not have been there, and his name would have still be a part of the squad. Can't I explain it no simpler than that? It is as clear as day. Anyway, when Nicholas Pooran was asked about it, my peeps, this is what he had to say, and I quote, "To be honest, that's not my focus at the moment," right? To be honest, that's not my focus at the moment, right? He went on to say the decision has been made. There are consequences for your actions. The decision has been made. There are consequences for your actions. At the moment, I just want to focus on why we are here and how we are going to achieve our goals, right? Obviously, we planned with him, but unfortunately, he's not here, and we have to plan differently now. So that is what he said, my peeps. And this interview was given Tuesday. That was yesterday before today's T20 game. So the man is saying the decision has been made. Shimron Hetmyer made that decision not to go. The CWI made that decision to drop him from the squad, seeing that he's not there, and they have to move forward. And that's so I agree. I am looking at it and I am thinking that, they told him that if this continued, then this would happen because they can't compromise the squad. Quite a few persons going to be looking and saying, boy, they could have extended it, they could have looked at another date for him. But that is what they did initially. They left without him. They told him that this is where we are at. If it continues, we are not able to hold out the team anymore. And that I can understand. Because you don't know if when you give him another chance, the same thing is going to happen. I have to put the team first at all costs, in my opinion. Now, he went on to say he's definitely an experienced cricketer. You know, yeah, that's what Pooran said. He's definitely an experienced cricketer. So I am assuming he means that when it comes down to traveling, you know, making sure that you catch your flight, and also on the flip side, it would be nice to have him in the squad. But as I said, my peeps, the decision has been made, and the West Indies cricket is not for one player. So if one player is not there, as much as how we like and want that player to be there, the cricket has to go on. You understand? And as I said earlier, whatever the situation is, you know, we hope he gets through. You know, I am not going to go forward and start talking down and say, you know, he's immature and he's this and that. When Fabian Allen was not being was saying that he wasn't available, little did we know that his father was battling cancer, and then he lost him. I mean, he was still available for franchise cricket and all of that. But at the same time, when it's something personal like that, you don't even want to dig down into it too much. So whatever it is, I hope he gets on top of it and is able to come out stronger. So that is what Pooran had to say, my viewers and subscribers. There is consequences to your action. The team will now have to plan different because they were planning with him, but we have to move forward. So for those who wanted to know what the skipper had to say about it, that is what he was saying, my viewers and subscribers. So just to take a look on another cricketing story before we went. Now, yesterday we had South Africa and India played in a T20 game, and it was very interesting in my piece because this South Africa team, they have been blowing hot and cold, hot and cold. Now, yesterday the South Africa team batted first and made 227 for 3. And the India team, they were only able to get 178 all out. 178 all out in 18.3 overs. Now, where the batting is concerned for South Africa, at the top of the order there, Quinton de Kock, he got 68 from 43. 68 from 43. Temba Bavuma, his poor run of form continues. He was only able to get 3 runs from 8 deliveries. So the captain going into the World Cup seems as if he is a weak link. Where have we heard this before? Captain going into the World Cup and is a weak link. Coming in at number 3, we had Riley Russo. You know, he was the big man of the day. He got an even 100 not out. 100 from 48 deliveries. Yes, my peeps, 100 from 48 deliveries not out. 7 fours and 8 massive sixes coming in for him. Basically a newcomer on the scene. You know, very good. Tristan Stubbs had 23 and David Miller had 19 not out. So that is how it went for the South Africans. Where the bowling is concerned, Deepak Chahar, he picked up 1 for 48 for India. Umesh Yadav had 1 for 34, and that is how it went, my peeps. So South Africa getting 227 for 3. Now India, as you know, would have backed themselves to get that 220 odd, but it just did not work. They ended up getting bowled out for 178, trying to get that score. At the top of the order there, Rohit Sharma went for a second ball duck. Richard Pant, who was up the order, got 27 from 14. Sharis Iyer, he had 1. And in the middle order there, Dinesh Karthik, you know, he definitely tried his best. He had 46 from 21. Yadav had 8. Patel had 9. That's Axel Patel had 9. Harshal Patel had 17. And right down the bottom there now, Deepak Chahal, he had 21. And Umesh Yadav had 20. So that is how it went, my viewers. And you know, just a couple days ago, the South African bowlers were whipped real badly. Rabada, he came back good this time. 4 overs for 24 runs, picking up a wicket. Wayne Parnell had 4 for 41. 4 overs, picked up 2 for 41. And Giddy, he was the most expensive, bowling 3 overs for 51 runs, picking up 2 wickets. And Dwayne Pretorius, he picked up 3 for 26 from his 3.3 overs. So that is how that game went, my viewers and subscribers. Very interesting game there. As I said, the World Cup is just around the corner, so it's very good to see these teams getting these big scores, and teams that are expected not to win getting victory over so-called better teams. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on these little games that are leading up to the World Cup. Go and big up on yourself, my peeps. and don't say nothing. Oh, before we go, I don't remember if I had told you guys, but it has been confirmed. A couple of days ago, it was confirmed that Jasprit Bumrah will be out of the World Cup. So that is another way that India will be suffering. They're going to have to plan different. As I said, Bumrah is one of those players that you can give him the ball in the power play to pick up a couple of wickets. You can bring him back in the middle of the game to try and break a partnership. And in the back end, in the last couple of overs, you can bring him back to defend or to pick up wickets and to hit those Yorkers. But he's out, my peeps. And, you know, it is what it is. The Indian fans will have to do good without him. Big up on yourself, and we'll check in later.